The iPad Pro might have stolen the spotlight at the Let Loose event, but the iPad that's likely the best option for most people is right here in front of you. This is the brand new iPad Air for 2024, and in this video, I'm diving deep into what's new and why I believe it's the best iPad for the majority of users. Firstly, the biggest change this year is quite noticeable. We now have two models, an 11-inch and a 13-inch. Finally, you don't need to go pro to get a larger screen, which is fantastic for those who simply want a bigger iPad without the necessity of pro-level features. This decision also affects the price point. The new M2 11-inch iPad Air starts at $599, while the 13-inch model begins at $799. This price range is about $400 to $500 cheaper than their Pro counterparts. I am particularly fond of the larger form factor, especially when paired with the Magic Keyboard. Although the newly released Magic Keyboard is compatible only with the new iPad Pro, the previous version remains a great option and fits the 11-inch and 13-inch Air without any issues. I find any 13-inch tablet to be more practical when docked on a keyboard case. Holding such a large device for extended periods can be cumbersome. If you prefer to use it handheld, let me know how you manage it. For me, keeping it docked on a keyboard is the way to go. While the Magic Keyboard is my personal favorite for its seamless integration, there are numerous third-party alternatives available if you're looking to save some money. However, I strongly recommend getting a keyboard if you opt for the 13-inch model. A notable new feature is the front-facing camera's repositioning. In the last generation, the camera was located at the top in portrait mode, making it awkward for FaceTime calls when docked in landscape mode. This year, the camera has been moved to the top in landscape orientation, aligning with the iPad Pro. This change is significant for those who frequently use FaceTime, providing a more natural feel during calls. While Face ID remains a Pro-exclusive feature, the iPad Air retains Touch ID on the power button, ensuring you still have biometric authentication, albeit less convenient than Face ID. Apart from the larger display, the iPad Air maintains much of its previous design and functionality. It might not boast the best display Apple offers. That honor goes to the iPad Pro with its new OLED Ultra Retina XDR display, but it's still exceptional and more than adequate for most users. While you might notice the absence of promotion, especially if you've been using an iPad Pro, the display is still fantastic for everyday use. Performance is driven by the new M2 chip, giving the iPad Air a significant boost. This feels much like using an M2 iPad Pro, which is no surprise since it's the same chip. I loved my M2 iPad Pro, managing 95% of my tasks without any issues. Editing videos, multitasking, and using demanding apps was smooth and efficient, and I expect the same stellar performance from the M2 iPad Air. For those who enjoy illustrating or note-taking, the iPad Air offers two stylus options: the USB-C Apple Pencil for $79 and the new Apple Pencil Pro for $129. The latter, compatible with the Air, includes advanced features like a squeeze gesture, haptic feedback, and Find My integration. The Apple Pencil Pro is the way to go if you're an illustrator or designer. For general note-taking or light drawing, the standard USB-C Apple Pencil will suffice. One downside is that the standard Apple Pencil requires a USB-C cord for charging and pairing, unlike the Pro version, which docks and charges directly on the iPad. The new iPad Air comes in several colors, but mostly different shades of gray: bluish gray, purple gray, starlight, which looks like gray, and black. My iPad Air is starlight, and while the colors may seem dull, it's a minor aspect of an otherwise stellar device, starting at $599 for the 11-inch model and $799 for the 13-inch. With storage options ranging from 128 GB to 1 TB, there's a model for every need. In my view, the M2 iPad Air is the perfect middle ground for those seeking a capable, semi-affordable iPad. The larger screen enhances usability, making it a viable laptop replacement for many. Whether typing emails, creating spreadsheets, or consuming content, the 13-inch screen and M2 chip make it a powerhouse. It's also great for travel, offering a mix of content creation and consumption capabilities. The 11-inch model remains a solid choice, especially if you're used to that size. If I had to spend my own money, the M2 iPad Air 13-inch would be my pick. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Are you considering the new iPad Air or waiting for iPadOS updates to see if the AI features are worth it? Share your thoughts. This is Dan with Math Groomers. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.